If you've talked to Kelly, then you know we did have one on-camera briefing with Secretary Tillerson last week. I think a week ago, it was last Saturday in Saudi Arabia. Secretary Tillerson has briefed on camera, but on Air Force One. And as you know, that's just the pool, right? The smaller group of reporters. It's not all press. It's not all open press members. This particular briefing was the second one that was not on camera. We asked for it to be on camera. We're told the ground rules were no, that it was going to be off camera, although on the record. And listen, I would characterize the mood in the room, regardless of what the administration wanted to talk about. The reporters in the room had a series of questions relating to the domestic issues and continued pressing on those questions despite the administration officials in the room continuing to essentially punch.
Yeah, and it's extraordinary. Cannot say it enough how unusual that is. NBC's Hallie Jackson, thank you for joining us on the phone from Italy. Appreciate it. And back with me now, thank you, our Nayyera Hawk, Malcolm Nance, and Jack Rice. And Nayyera, I stress that again. They did not want to deal with the Kushner news, of course. They batted that away. They sent H.R. McMaster out there once again to be the guy, and he seemed to not want to really take too many bullets on this one. He just said he punted the question of Kushner. But how unusual is it for the traveling American press pool not to get live briefings with the president they're traveling with and not to get any on-camera briefings at all?
Part of the purpose of having American press on the trip is to maintain this transparency with the American people, so the American people know what our leader is doing on our behalf. So that's denying us, the American public, the access that we deserve. It's also usually our show to other countries to promote freedom of the press. So this is setting a pattern for other countries like Saudi Arabia, where you don't have any freedoms of press or gathering or protest, that their behavior is okay and allowing that to happen. Now, H.R. McMaster is now being brought party to this because they're putting his uniform out there to validate and justify.
They're Colin Powelling him. They're doing what the Bush administration did to Colin Powell. They're saying, you've got the numbers, you've got the approval ratings, we're going to shove you out there. You know, really quickly, Jack, this is extraordinary. You have an American press pool. We are the only country, the only Western country, Kelly O'Donnell reported this earlier, all of the other media pools are getting access to the leader that they're traveling with. The United States has a traveling press pool that can only get off-camera briefings, and all they want Hallie Jackson and others to do is say their accomplishments and show the pictures that are coming either from foreign press or submitted to them by the White House of him holding the orb or during the sword dance or whatever. This does not feel like a Western open democratic press to me. It's not what the United States does.
Joy, it's not extraordinary. It's outrageous. It's outrageous because Donald Trump works for the American people. He works for you. He works for me. He works for all of us. And the purpose of what he is doing is he is doing something, or supposed to be doing something, for the benefit of all of us collectively. And we are not seeing that right now. And that's the outrage. And
last word to you, Malcolm Nance. This is orchestrating and micromanaging it in a way that does not feel like Western democracy to me.
Not at all. And, you know, I jokingly have said that Donald Trump has a Russian information warfare management advisory group in the White House. Now I'm starting to wonder whether that's true. He is using the Kremlin playbook for the control of information. It's disgraceful, and no American should stand for this.
Yeah, and they have not answered for Kushner. Nayyera, Malcolm, and Jack will all be back, and we have much more news ahead. Keep it right here on MSNBC.